Just a quick note that this content is not suitable for listeners under the age of 18. Viewer discretion is advised. At the age of around 6 or 7, I lived next door to an old man in his 60s named Keith, and Keith would often go running around the streets because he was quite fit for his age at the time. I lived with my grandmother and she was friends with him and would often invite him round for a cup of tea and to gossip. Things were fine for a little while until one day I looked out my bedroom window, and from my window I could see Keith in his garden, and he was laying on a deck chair, touching himself. And because I was only a child, I didn't understand. Of course, I assumed he didn't know I was there. But the next day, when I went to open the curtains in the morning, I saw him there doing the same thing again. Only this time, he looked up at me and smiled, then carried on. A few weeks later, with me not mentioning this to my nan just in case she thought I was lying about it, I continued to see him almost daily, and I started to realise it wasn't right. When I noticed, he would make an effort to make me look by doing such things as making loud noises outside and even shouting my name. Soon after, it was my birthday, and my nan invited him round to my party, as most of our neighbours had been invited. I was alone in the kitchen getting a glass of water when I heard the kitchen door open, and I saw him walk in, and he was wearing gold cycling shorts, which clearly showed off everything. At the time, I thought it was just a fashion choice, but now I see he wanted people to look. He said to me, "If you were my daughter, I would never let you leave the house looking so sexy. Thank you for keeping our secret." I don't remember my exact answer, but it was something along the lines of, "Sexy is a bad word." He started to pull down his shorts, and I panicked, and I called my nan. She rushed in to see him standing over me, quickly pulling up his shorts with an erection. Thankfully, I never saw him pleasuring himself again after this. My nan called the police, but all he got was a warning, and in my opinion, that was not enough for what he did. I had to live next door to him for another 6 years.